2. Hey, this is Adrian, the Louisiana Swamp Rat. Just wanted to come to y'all and talk about the only thing I want to talk about, which is meeting us at the peak. So you got your METIS, gonna get some peak and a whole bunch of other badass cool shit. So I'm gonna get right into it, and we're gonna go right into it. Get on it. Let's go. That's not what I'm doing. What the hell? It's not what I wanted at all. All right. So this is our initial video that we put out, and I'm going to let it run and pretty much just talk about it and kind of add some things to it. But this is our introductory base video, like summary, let you know what's happening. But I wanted to have this out there with me kind of narrating it or commenting on it basically.
Welcome to Peak Finance, your algorithmically pegged asset.
That's Ben speaking. Ben.
In this introduction video, we will give you a broad overview of how the Peak ecosystem operates and why participating in Peak can be both exciting and profitable.
Profitable, that's
we have nice. Other videos in our series which dive deeper into the functions of Peak. But for now, let's take a look at what Peak is. Peak is an algorithmically pegged asset on the METIS Andrometer Layer 2. This means that Peak will always follow the price action of METIS.
And that's up most of the time.
Is up or down? So
down
how does it
sometimes,
work?
Down lately.
Well, firstly, Peak Finance utilizes two economic functions, seigniorage and inflation, to stabilize the Peak token at a 1-for-1 value to METIS. For this to work, the Peak ecosystem needs to consist of three tokens: the Peak token, the Pro token, and the Bond token. The Peak token is the asset that is pegged, which means matched at a 1-for-1 value to METIS.
Is this video fucking sick or what? Good God. Jared did it and it's ridiculous. Ben spoke it, but blowing me away. That's all they do. Team blows me away every second.
In doing this, we bring more liquidity to METIS Andromeda and provide more means of transaction as well. The Pro token is a share token earned through the ecosystem via staking Peak and METIS LP.
And that's where all the real action's going. Pro.
The Pro token helps maintain the peg of Peak through inflation. When Peak is above the price of METIS, you can stake your Pro tokens to print more Peak tokens. This creates profit in Peak for the Pro holder and increases the supply of Peak in the ecosystem.
Don't worry if you don't understand all this. We're going to walk you through every step, and we're going to tell you when to buy and sell certain tokens. And as long as everybody plays the game well and there's plenty of TVL, everybody just sticks with us for weeks, months, several months. Look at this as a several month to several year kind of investment, not a pump and dump, not in and out tomorrow, long-term, legit.
Thus, using inflation to bring the price of Peak back in line with METIS and once again establishing a 1-to-1 peg. Next, we have the Bond token, which is comparable to a contract for difference that utilizes the concept of seigniorage. Seigniorage is the profit or loss generated from the difference in costs of creating a currency or token to the value of that token once it is created. Say it costs $10 to create a $100 bill. The seigniorage profit is $90. When the price of Peak is below the price of METIS, the Peak Treasury will issue bonds at the current Peak price. You can purchase these bonds with Peak, which will burn the tokens used, reducing the available supply and increasing the price of Peak again until it reaches peg.
We're kind of like the opposite of the Federal Reserve and banking system in that when you give us your money, you get a lot more back and you have fun doing it.
Once PEAK is at or above peg with METIS, you will be able to redeem each bond for PEAK again, with the difference in price to generate that PEAK as your profit. Here is an example. Let's say you have a METIS worth $100 and a PEAK worth $80. You can purchase one pond for one PEAK at $80, burning the PEAK, reducing circulating supply, and bringing the price of PEAK up.
Next level shit, eh?
The price of PEAK is back above peg, say 1.15 PEAK per METIS, or $115 to $100. You can redeem that one pond for 1.105 PEAK tokens. The 1.105 is a variable rate which depends on how far above the peg we are. So in this example, the seigniorage or difference in creation cost is 0.105 PEAK tokens, or 12.075, bringing the total profit on bond exchange to 47.075 instead of the $35 it would have been if you had just held your PEAK.
I hope you caught that, because what we're doing is this whole protocol, you keep your METIS tokens. You're not giving them away. They're not going anywhere. You hold your METIS. So this whole thing, to oversimplify the shit out of it, is there's tons of upside, tons of profit potential. And as long as you don't enter and leave based upon where the peg is, you're fucking sweet.
This is the fundamentals of seigniorage and inflation at work, in tandem to help maintain a stable one-for-one marriage with the METIS token. As you can see, there are many ways to generate profits from being both below and above peg. All three tokens of the PEAK ecosystem have a key role to play. If you are bullish on the METIS Andromeda system like we are, investing in the PEAK ecosystem alongside METIS is an excellent way to generate income from excellent APRs while still maintaining similar risk profiles to just holding METIS, as the ecosystem follows the price action of METIS.
Oh, that's trippy. Holding and peaking are very similar, but with exponential financial gains, easily attainable in the PEAK protocol, and especially as the METIS token goes up. And if you're watching me, you know what I think about METIS token going up. Project's worth $500 million. That's what the market cap is. Anyway, it's a top 10 token right now, top 10 blockchain. We know what's happening. Just gotta be patient, let things shake out. But here we go.
In our next video, we will dive into the Genesis pools and the different staking options that will be available for you early in the life of the PEAK ecosystem. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again in the next video.
Thanks, Joey. Well, I was only going to do one, but I'm going to do all of them just on the fly here. So let's just keep going because this is fun. It's only a few minutes, we'll get through all these pretty quick. I just wanted to do a overall summary analysis on a few things. Terminator ass shit right there.
Welcome to PeakFinance, your algorithmically pegged asset on METIS Andromeda. In this video, we'll be providing a brief overview of the 4 phases of our PEAK ecosystem and dive deeper into phase 1, Genesis pools. We have other videos in our series which go into certain functions of PEAK, and if you're unfamiliar with the ecosystem, please check out our introduction video linked below. The PEAK ecosystem operates in 4 key phases, each of which have a role to play. These phases help create a stable peg, a functional DAO treasury, and longevity in the protocol, just to name a few. The 4 phases are the Genesis phase.
I gotta say, I'm biased. When you see what we're doing, you'll see that nobody else is doing what we've outlined. And I've got to be careful about how much we say about future developments, because there's always people who are envious and inadequate and who will want to try and, possibly borrow your ideas if they can get their hands on them. So we're going to tell you all we can, but as you'll see, we have more and more greatness coming, and I'll just stop for now. But yeah.
The LP staking phase, the pro staking phase, and finally, launchpad staking phase. Phase 1.
This is where we are in a week. April Fools, Genesis phase, 48 hours. Simply stake your METIS with us. That's it. That's all you need to know.
The Genesis phase is the shortest phase in the lifespan of Peak. Phase 1 is Peak's launch phase and is responsible for both building an early protocol treasury as well as distributing early Peak tokens to contributing investors. The Genesis pools are single asset staking pools that run for 48 hours from the launch of the Peak protocol. Investors can stake their METIS token and as a reward receive Peak tokens. Genesis pools are a fantastic way to participate in the opening stages of our ecosystem and offer some excellent earning potential in Peak rewards. By distributing early Peak to the community in this manner, we ensure a fair launch and create enough liquidity for Peak tokens for both resale on decentralized exchanges and for investors to utilize in the second phase, which focuses on Peak and METIS LP pairs to earn more Peak and our share token Pro, and establishing a one-to-one peg for METIS and Peak. Thank you for watching our brief explainer on what the Genesis pools are and why we have them, and how you can generate an early profit within the Peak ecosystem. Be sure to check out our next video in the series, which outlines the exciting things that you can do with your Peak that you have just earned, and how you can use it to earn our share token Pro, as well as more Peak. See you next time, Peakers.
Hopefully that one piqued your interest. All right, thanks for sticking with me. We got one more, and then we're free. You're free to go. I'm done. Oh shit, 40 seconds. All right, cool. Let me slow that one back for you. All right, so this is where we're at now. Staking your METIS for 48 hours. And then in the next phase, you're going to LP the Peak you got, the METIS that you unstaked after your 48 hours to get your METIS right back, whatever, no risk in that. And then LP both of those together for about 14 to 16 days. And then from there, farm Pro, the Prometheus token. You farm Pro with METIS Peak and the Pro, the METIS LP. So we're expanding into another dimension. The Pro token, Prometheus, is representative of a big umbrella of Steve Body's ACUS Capital, and it's going to be the first, I think it's still going to be the first official crypto hedge fund, trading fund, investment firm. We're going to do everything. We're going to have our hands in with everybody. But we've got some real exciting ideas about DAOs and sub DAOs and moving stuff around and doing all this crazy stuff. And it's going to make a ton of money. And I'm all in. And then so you'll be single staking your Pro into the Peak printer. So that's when you make money. So you use Pro to print the shit to get more shit. How's that shit? it. This is my life. This is where it's at. This is what I'm doing. All right, I'll stop the screen share. All right, so guys, that's it. I don't want to keep it too long. Just wanted to share with you about why I'm so pumped. We've been working on this for months and months and months and months. And it's not just it's not a tomb fork done in a day job, no marketing, no education, no solutions. We're the real deal. We've got a team of like 15 people. There's a dozen all the time. We've got some other people we work with. But the biggest thing is that we're all harmonizing, like going to work. We're all working our asses off, like the amount of hours and time that's going into this project for everybody in it. It's been everybody's life for months to present this. And we know that you see this, but even me being the mega bull that I am, I gotta say that the response has been overwhelming and even better than even I could have ever anticipated. So thank you, world. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, people. If you believe in METIS, there's no reason not to give us all your money, because we're going to make a ton. And here comes my daughter. What's up, babe?
I'm just getting some wrapping paper.
Okay. So anyway, she's getting wrapping paper. I'm going to wrap it up. Love you guys. Can't wait to share more, see more. Your toothbrush? All right. Toothbrush? Okay, it's clean. I'll be out in just a sec. All right, I'm done. Okay, love you guys. Keep peeking your asses off, you lovely peekers. And next week's going to be nutty. And then the week after that's going to be pretty crazy. And then the week after that, and then, you know, the weeks after that, and the months after that. It's gonna be nuts. So, all right. Any questions? Reach out. Hit us on Telegram, Linktree, Discord, YouTube. We're everywhere. Talk soon. See you. Bye. If I can turn this thing off. Oh, there we go.